familiar face returns to the New York Yankees. Tommy Kahnle is back on a 2-year deal. And while we wait out the Aaron Judge saga, and word is that the San Francisco Giants have come in with a very big offer, apparently in the area of $360 million. But that's a conversation for another day, potentially very soon. But Tommy Kahnle, it feels like he belongs with the Yankees. This is actually technically his third stint with the Yankees organization, and it'll be his, assuming all goes well health-wise, will be his second time pitching with the big club. So Kahnle, we last saw him as a Yankee in 2020, and he pitched one inning. Now, this was the shortened season. He pitched one inning where he actually struck out the side versus the Washington Nationals. Then he gets hurt, Tommy John surgery, and he wouldn't pitch again in the majors until this past season, late in the season, for the LA Dodgers, and actually pitched really well. It wasn't much of a sample size, but he went 12 2/3 innings, only giving up 5 hits, 3 walks, and 14 strikeouts. Really dominant stuff from Kahnle. A microscopic .63 whip. Again, the sample is small. And for Kahnle, one big hiccup for the Dodgers, and this is more of a Dodger conversation, but he did, in his last appearance versus the Padres, he had a rough inning. Well, not really an inning. He recorded no outs, gave up a couple of hits, there was a walk. But other than that, he really was very good in his 2 other appearances. I think he actually struck out the side as well there. So Kahnle, he's 33 now, but I think the fact that he looked really good with the Dodgers, I think, helped us out. This is a 2-year, $11.5 million contract. So for Kahnle, I think the Yankees see him as a big piece out of this pen. And it just feels right. Seeing Kahnle in a Dodger uniform, it felt strange. Now, we hadn't seen him in a while. Again, he had that one inning in 2020, didn't pitch at all in 21, and really didn't pitch at all in 22 until the very end. So for Kahnle, if you think back, he was drafted by the Yankees. Then the Rockies got him in the Rule 5 draft. He ends up with the White Sox, pitches very well in 2017, and then he's involved in that trade to the Yanks, where the Yankees also acquired Todd Frazier and David Robertson. And Kahnle was when you think back about Kahnle as a Yankee, really it's 2 seasons where he was really strong, specifically 2019, but also 2017. Kahnle, he pitched a lot of innings in those Astros series in the CS in 17 and 19. 2018 was a struggle for Tommy Kahnle, majorly. It was a 6.56 ERA in 24 appearances. It was bad, but he found it again in 2019. It was really good. 61 1/3 innings, 88 strikeouts. Really good stuff from Kahnle. He's used to pitching here. This is a good acquisition. Obviously, you almost feel better with the fact that he just came off Tommy John surgery. Health-wise, he seems to be in good shape. Seemed to be pretty popular. Really, he kind of pumps the crowd up. He's an emotional pitcher. When he strikes at the side or he gets a big out, you'll know about it. And so, like I said, it's like he's back where he belongs. And we'll see how the rest of this bullpen plays out. In a minor move, Miguel Castro signed with the Diamondbacks. And not that I really expected him to return. Obviously, most of his season he was injured. And before that, there was inconsistencies. But you have to think that Kahnle slots in as a top guy. Now, Chad Green is obviously coming off injury and a free agent. I don't expect Chad Green to be back. And that's kind of what it is. It's kind of similar to Tommy Kahnle, where if Chad Green stayed healthy, sure, every reason to think that he would be, but it's just kind of the unfortunate way of the business, where Tommy Kahnle as well, if he had stayed healthy, he's probably a Yankee, but they got him back. And this doesn't really surprise me at all. It wasn't something that I was really thinking about, to be honest. And with this bullpen, there's a lot of different arms. Look, Scott Efros is probably going to be out for the season. So the Yankees really did need to shore things up a bit with those injuries, with some potential vacancies free agency-wise. And, they do so with Kahnle. And look, the fact that, a team like the Dodgers felt high enough to acquire Kahnle, which they did, and he pitched well there, it makes you feel good about what he might do for the next couple of seasons. And don't be surprised if Kahnle is someone that you see pitch in those high leverage situations, 7th inning, 8th inning. Who knows what the bullpen will look like. Again, this offseason has just begun. Really, this Tommy Kahnle signing is the first signing by the Yankees of any real significance, and someone that I could see pitching in big situations. But things are going to be very interesting to see. Aaron Judge, look, the San Francisco Giants are a legitimate threat. All along, if there's one place where I could see him going, besides the Yankees, it is San Francisco. And they are doing everything in their power to get him. So look, that's a legitimate thing. And if he does go to San Francisco, it'll be interesting to see what the plan is from there. Do they try to pick up a bunch of different players to make up for that? Do they go in a different direction and just go young and not rebuild, but try to maybe reshape it as they did back around 2016? These will be conversations to be had. But again, in the meantime, it is good to see Tommy Kahnle back in pinstripes, inked to a 2-year contract, $11.5 million overall. And we will see what the rest of this week unfolds as the winter meetings has already shown to have some big signings. And obviously, don't be surprised if the Aaron Judge signing happens within the next few days here.